Take a deep breath with me. This update isn't about hype, panic, or promises. It's about clarity. Right now, the chatter around the Iraqi dinar is loud, emotional, and moving fast. And that's exactly why this video matters. If you've been following the dinar story for years, you know how easy it is to get caught up in urgency, especially when big US bank names and the word exchange show up in the same sentence. Here's the key point. What you're hearing about Iraqi dinar exchanges says more about bank preparation and online rumors than it does about money suddenly being handed out. This video is designed to slow things down. We'll explain what's real, what's misunderstood, and what actually matters in 2026. No shouting, no countdowns, just calm, clear information so you can think clearly and protect yourself. The Iraqi dinar has been one of the most emotionally charged currency stories in modern financial history. Many of you have followed this for 5, 10, or even 20 years. Over that time, you've seen headlines explode with confidence, and then fade away quietly. Excitement turns into confusion. Certainty turns into silence. That history shapes how people react when new claims appear. Right now, the phrase making waves is that US banks are confirming exchange activity. To someone who's waited a long time, that sounds final. That sounds like action. But financial systems don't move on emotion or rumors. They move on procedures, compliance, regulations, and timing, controlled far above social media and video headlines. Understanding that difference is critical, especially now when misinformation spreads faster than official updates ever do. One big misunderstanding is how people interpret the word exchange. In everyday life, exchange means you walk into a bank, hand over currency, and walk out with dollars. Simple. In banking, exchange can mean many different internal processes that never involve the public. It can mean a system update, staff training, testing environments going live, or compliance reviews being prepared for the future. None of those things mean you can walk in tomorrow and exchange dinar. The problem is headlines often skip context, and people fill in the gaps with hope. That hope is understandable. But without context, it leads to disappointment and risk. In 2026, US banks operate under tighter compliance, stronger digital controls, and layered security. No major bank launches a public currency exchange quietly or through a surprise link. When a real exchange is available to the public, it is announced clearly through official banking channels. There are no secret links, no private invitations, no rush-based access. Anything that feels urgent, exclusive, or hidden should make you slow down, not speed up. Banks do not pressure customers to act fast. Scammers do. Much of the current noise comes from people seeing active systems or appointment tools and assuming the exchange is live. Most people don't realize that large banks prepare far in advance. They update software early, train staff early, and run simulations, sometimes months or years before customers can take part. Patience, clarity, and understanding how the system works will protect you more than urgency ever could. See the difference? Preparation is not activation. Readiness is not availability. A bank being ready simply means it can respond if something officially changes. It does not mean the change has happened. Confusing the two is one of the biggest sources of false excitement in the dinar community. Another reality is that no single US bank controls the value or timing of the Iraqi dinar. Currency value is influenced by governments, central banks, international agreements, and global market stability. Even the largest banks follow rules. They do not decide when a currency revalues or becomes publicly exchangeable. They prepare to respond, not to decide. That distinction matters. It removes the idea that a single system update or confirmation equals a financial event for the public. Big changes are coordinated, controlled, and communicated clearly when they are real. For many dinar holders, this is personal. People have made sacrifices and held through years of uncertainty. So when headlines suggest something has begun, emotions rise fast. Those feelings are real, and they deserve respect, but emotions should never drive financial decisions. Real banking processes are not dramatic. They do not come with countdowns or insider access. They come with paperwork, verification, compliance checks, and patience. When something is truly live, you won't have to chase it. It will come through normal, official channels. That's how legitimacy looks in finance. Safety is critical, especially right now. Moments of high emotion create perfect conditions for scams. Fake appointment pages, emails, messages, and websites using real bank names are becoming more sophisticated every year. They rely on urgency to stop people from thinking. They ask for personal details and upfront fees. No legitimate US bank will ever charge a fee to exchange currency. No legitimate bank will ask for sensitive information through unofficial links. Protecting yourself is not being negative, it's being smart, especially in a space where misinformation has caused real financial losses. Another common claim is that if you wait, you'll miss out. That does not match how real banking works. Official opportunities do not disappear overnight because you verified information first. If something is legitimate today, it will still be legitimate tomorrow. Pressure is not proof. Urgency is not confirmation. If someone tells you to act now or lose everything, that is a signal to pause, not panic. Real banks want customers to understand decisions. They don't rush life-changing financial actions. It's also important to understand that preparation behind the scenes does not mean nothing is happening. Preparation is progress. Systems being ready, staff training, and compliance updates all indicate institutions are positioning for possible future changes. But this is not completion. It is not the finish line. The problem comes when preparation is presented as payout. That leap creates false expectations and unnecessary stress for people who have already waited a long time. In 2026, financial communication is quieter than most people expect. When real changes happen, they are rolled out in controlled phases. Appointments are scheduled normally. Verification takes time. Limits and procedures are applied. That structure is not designed to block people. It's designed to protect markets, banks, and customers from chaos. Sudden, uncontrolled financial events create instability. Stability is the #1 priority in modern banking. Systems. Quiet does not mean nothing is happening. It means things are being handled carefully. If you hear someone claiming special access, insider links, or private confirmation, ask yourself a simple question. Why would a public financial process require secrecy? Why would it exclude most people? Real financial systems are transparent when they are active. They do not rely on whispers or screenshots. Asking these questions alone can save you from bad decisions. In finance, boring is usually safe, and dramatic is usually dangerous. As more denarelated updates circulate, emotions will rise and fall. Headlines will get louder. Claims will get stronger. Your responsibility is not to react to every sound. Your responsibility is to stay grounded, informed, and patient. Calm thinking is one of your most powerful tools. You are not behind. You are not missing out by staying careful. You are protecting yourself and your future by refusing to be rushed. Let's be very clear. If a major US bank opens a public Iraqi dinar exchange, you will not need to hunt for it. You will not need to click mystery links. You will not need to trust strangers online. It will be clear, official, and supported through normal banking systems. You will be able to verify it directly through the bank itself. Anything less than that should be treated as unconfirmed noise. Expectations matter. Many imagine an exchange event will be fast, dramatic, and life-changing overnight. In reality, it will likely be structured, controlled, and spread over time. That does not make it less real. It makes it safer. Financial systems are designed to protect stability, not create shock waves. Understanding that helps align hope with reality instead of fantasy. The Iraqi dinar story has lasted this long because it sits at the intersection of geopolitics, economic reform, and human emotion. Iraq continues to work on long-term financial stability, banking reform, and international integration. These processes are slow by design. They are not meant to satisfy social media timelines. They are meant to build durable systems. Progress in that space does not always translate into immediate action for foreign currency holders. Recognizing that truth prevents unnecessary disappointment. If you feel overwhelmed, that is normal. This space is noisy, emotional, and often confusing. The best response is not to disengage completely, but to filter information carefully. Verify claims. Avoid pressure. Stay connected to reality instead of rumor. You have already shown patience by staying in this story this long. You do not need to abandon it now. One of the healthiest shifts you can make is to focus on understanding a process, not waiting for a single moment. Processes take time. They move in steps. They do not announce themselves with drama. When you understand the process, headlines lose power over your emotions. You become an observer instead of a reactor. That shift alone is valuable. Here is the core message to hold on to. Bank readiness does not equal public exchange. Preparation does not equal activation. Urgency does not equal truth. Something may be forming behind the scenes, but that does not mean money is moving today. Recognizing the level at which things are happening keeps you informed instead of misled. Take another breath. You have waited this long. You do not need to panic now. Stay patient. Stay aware. Stay safe. If this update helped you feel calmer and clearer, it did its job. Share it with someone who feels pressured or confused. Sometimes the most valuable thing we can give each other is clarity, not excitement. As 2026 continues, there will be more headlines, more claims, and more emotional swings around the Iraqi dinar. Let those waves pass without pulling you under. Stay grounded in reality. Protect yourself from pressure. Remember, real financial change does not need hype to be real. Thank you for staying with me through this entire update. Stay smart. Stay patient. Protect yourself. I'll see you in the next news update.